Now then, how's it going? My name's Paul and welcome back to Town of Salem. We are playing as Pablo Paskel and we are the Sheriff. This is a game that I've recorded and I'm doing a commentary afterwards in editing. Hopefully you guys are okay with this. I find it allows me to concentrate a little bit more on the game during the time. Hopefully that way I don't miss quite so much, and then I can kind of review and discuss what's happened during the game in a little bit more detail as I'm watching it back and doing this commentary. So as the Sheriff, I've asked for TPLO on me, if no Jailer. Unfortunately, Jailer has come out, which is number 9. So the reason I've asked for TPLO on me and asked for the Jailer to stay hidden is because with a confirmed witch within the role list, it means that if Mafia and witch find one another, and the Mafia are about to be executed by the Jailer, the witch can role block them essentially. They can witch them. It almost gives the Mafia a consort if they don't have one, or a second consort in case their consort is jailed. So for me, as Jailer, staying silent is the best option. So TPLO, it means Town Protective, BG or Doctor, and the lookout on me. Unfortunately, the investigator, as a town investigative role, I need to do my ability. I was role blocked, which means either an escort or consort. I was going to check Santa, who is an escort, and what we'll see here is that the escort role blocks me. So I don't have any real information to provide, but what I will do, because I'm the Sheriff, I will post my will regardless first day, so that people know what role I am. We got 1 who is claiming that they was trans, 10 who's claiming that they are an investigator, and I have 12 for spy, BM and Jailer. What we want to see now is we want to see 12 posting a spy will. If 12 does not post a spy will, we know 9's the Jailer. A spy should be posting, they haven't, and because of that there's only one option they can be. They are the blackmailer. We've had a couple of whispers to the Jailer happening, which could be, lookout claims, could be investigative claims, but 12 is not one of those people whispering. So we're going to put 12 up, because they haven't claimed, they've not posted a will. So 12 has come to the stand. Now, this can be one or two things. It means that we have the blackmailer, or we have an executioner making a play and trying to frame this person. So 12's claiming investigator, and that they investigated adolescents 13. So 13 is someone who whispered the Jailer. We can see that adolescents whispered Hexy. We at this point would assume that they are actually a lookout. So it looks like their information is maybe incorrect. Adolescents actually states in a moment, so we're saying it's a 1-for-1. Adolescent says that this is the BMer because he's copied the message that Adolescents had sent to the Jailer. So Adolescents whispered the information and the BMer could see it. So we are pretty guaranteed that we have got the blackmailer here. We can see there's a couple of abstains. It was voted guilty, but there's a couple of abstains. We'll notice 15, 11, 14 and 1 all abstained. So if you're a town, you want to be guilty in there. Any of those could well be jailed and executed by the Jailer, and that is actually what 10's suggesting, that Jailer jails one of the abstainers and gets information from them. So that's a very good lynch for day 1. We're pretty happy with how that went. So what do I want to do? We want to check who abstained. We want to kind of also take into consideration who voted it up. Now, MBK Productions, number 1, they claimed that they was transported, but there was only one person who claimed that they was transported, and that was them. So in my eyes, it means one or two things. It means that we have a transporter, and whoever else was transported is evil and hadn't come out to claim that they was transported, so that takes away one of the claim spots if they was to confirm it. Or there's a hypno pretending to transport someone and was then going to maybe use that information to claim transporter. It's not a strong hypno play, but it's something that you find will happen, particularly in playing in like silver and gold rankings. So when I investigate Lamp, the reason I investigate them, there was one of the abstainers, and they came up as inner. Now what that means is that they don't show suspicious, so they're not one of the random mafia, the mafioso, but they could be evil. They could be the Godfather, they could be a witch, or they could be executioner, or alternatively they could be town. Mafioso visited the veteran, so I'm focusing on my lead here. I've got Lamp seems inner, 13 also had a similar idea, and they decided to go and investigate Lamp as well and get them as Sheriff X Werewolf. Now obviously there's no neutral killing, so they can't be werewolf, so they're either Sheriff or the Executioner, and they have not posted a Sheriff will. So this would be called a 2-for-1, because there's myself and adolescents that are making an assumption that Lamp is evil, and we have information to suggest that they are the Executioner. Lamp also has the similar train of thought there and posts. Adolescents has a similar sort of point of view there, and suggests that Lamp is the Executioner. What we should do in this scenario is lynch them, because we have no further leads, and we have no further leads, and it's a confirmed evil. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we keep the voting numbers in Town's favour, and in doing so we remove the Executioner, protecting whoever their target is from being lynched or being pushed as evil. They're not really putting up much more of a defence, so there's not really too much more we can do on that. What I also have to point out is the mafioso was killed. Now, the reason they was killed, they went to go see the veteran, and some of the more eagle-eyed viewers will have seen that 8 came out saying that they killed 15. So last night the veteran alerted and killed the mafioso. Now what I didn't see until watching this back was actually that the blackmailer had that information. So we know that Mush actually whispered the jailer day 2, and the blackmailer had that information that Mush was the veteran. So that's why the mafia went to attack him, probably thought that the veteran wouldn't alert night 2. What it would also help with this is that we have now got confirmed Town. We've got Lamp coming up as Executioner, which matches Adolescent's investigative role list, and we also had Fitzsher, who found the found the blackmailer with their investigative results. So we now have we have 3 confirmed Town, although I've not put down 8. 8 is confirmed, 10 is confirmed, 13 is confirmed. In my eye, 9 is also confirmed, and in my eyes I'm confirmed. So we've almost pretty much got a confirmed Town majority, which is really good to know. Now I went to go check 11 because they did abstain on both votes for evil, for the blackmailer and also the Executioner. If you are Town, as I said earlier, you would want to be pushing them, and you'd be wanting to guilty them to ensure that the vote goes through, especially on earlier votes, because Mafia have the numbers. Too many people abstaining could then cost that lynch. So I posted my information straight away. We checked 11 last night and they was innocent, and they abstained on both. So 10 has found the witch, they found 6 as lookout forger witch, and 7 suggests maybe that the 11 is AFK. Now I just want to remind the Town that 10 is confirmed Town, so this is not any kind of other push of witch or any witch trying to fake claim investigator and get someone else. 11 says that they're not AFK, but I just want to know what role they are. So we want a role from 6 because we've got a very good lead on them, and I've got a little bit of a suspicion on 11 at this point. So what we're going to do is we're going to obviously put up the witch, which is number 6. I ask 11 for their will because they claim medium, and they post the will, which doesn't really give any information. Now I know Escort left, and the others were the other dead were Mafia, so there's not too much, but we're gonna, obviously you can give them a day. We need some information from that medium for us to be able to trust them as a medium, particularly because we have a dead Escort, which is the Town support role. So that's confirmed. We have pretty much a transporter that's being confirmed. So that's random Town. We have 2 investigators and myself as sheriff, so I'm taking up a second random Town slot there. So this person, 11, is claiming the 3rd random Town spot. And that's what's important to remember here. We're at a point where we're suggesting that we have confirmed all random Town, and anyone else who is claiming any of those random Town spots would be false. So 6 kind of gives up a little bit. They admit, yeah, I didn't have any information. If I was lookout, I'd have come out day 2, but I didn't. So they're being found out. So witch is now down. That's really good. So it means that jailer doesn't have to worry about being witched by the jailer doesn't have to worry about being witched when trying to do any executions, and we don't have to worry about the town killing role if there was a vigilante. We know it's veteran, but we don't have to worry about vigilante being used to shoot town, and also we don't have to worry about town being witched into the veteran, which is something that is another valid tactic for the witch to try and send known town players into the veteran just in case the veteran's alerted, and it will then kill them. So I'm looking for some more information now. I didn't see, as I mentioned a little earlier, I didn't see that 8 had claimed that they were veteran. I hadn't noticed that they said that they killed the mafioso. So I've decided to go and visit them because that's a sensible thing to do. Fortunately, the veteran's decided that he doesn't need to alert that night, and I can confirm them as innocent, even though they're already confirmed. They're a confirmed veteran. But I just want to double check belts and braces, double knot that knot, make sure it's okay. So 11 was in jail. That's the medium. Hopefully they was able to get some more information from the investigator to prove that they are the medium, and that will then confirm the 3rd random town. 11 points out that Mush is the vet, so why investigate him? That was dumb. Yeah, fair play vet, it was pretty dumb. You are correct. So I did sort of try and quickly check, but I didn't notice the 8 coming out saying me to a question of who killed mafioso, because I used the filter, so I missed it. So what do we have then? We have 11 who was jailed, and the witch will is stating that that they are Med Jenny Retry, so probably 11 is actually properly confirmed. So that would mean that we have all random town roles confirmed. Now this is claiming to be sheriff. They have not posted. We know that all random town is filled if 11 is true. So this is a easy guilty in my opinion. It's a late sheriff claim, as I say in the chat there, and we are going to guilty this. As I mentioned, even though I had no information day 2 because I was roadblocked, I still posted my will. And if you are town as an investigator role, that's what you should do. Lookouts should whisper, but sheriff, investigator, spies should post immediately. And if you're evil, fake claiming any of those, remember to post that immediately. So we can see we've got another evil. There goes the Godfather. So what do we have left now? We've got 1 mafia who is remaining. Wow, it is a very tough game here. This is a very tough game for the mafia. We had an investigator find the blackmailer night 1, very bad luck. We then had myself and the other investigator find neutral evil, again very bad luck. We then had the investigator then find witch. Awful luck. 3 nights in a row we found evils, which is incredible. We then get a push on 2. So I just want to check 1. So in my head we had a transporter, someone claimed transporter, but in my head I'm thinking we've got medium claim, we got an escort claim, we got a transporter claim. I just want to check to make sure that 1 wasn't hypno fake claiming to be transported, or mafia fake claiming to be transported. So I checked them. It might not have been the best check, but it was the check that was made. I can confirm that there was in jail. So 1 was jailed. What that means is that the number 10 was killed. They did go to the veteran, but similar to me, but they were also attacked by mafia. So that proves that 1 is not the mafia. So we now have 1 confirmed town, 3 confirmed town, 8 confirmed town, 9 confirmed town, 11 confirmed town. So that leaves 5 and 7 left. And the only roles that aren't taken or aren't being claimed is that town protective role. So we got Doctor, which is 7, and they're claiming that they was on 9. And we have Doctor, which is 5, who's claiming that they was on 9. You know, this is essentially between those two. It's a situation where one will be voted up. This is a classic 1 for 1. One will be voted up. If they are not the evil one, the jailer will then jail and execute the second claim. So here we go. We've got the 7 posting their will. Jailers just confirming that they had jailed 12 is sus, night 3, and they claimed Doc. So for that person, it was a good claim. I think it was a very strong claim. There was a lot of TS claim that was unknown, but the town protective role hadn't come out. So, and there was no lookout, so it meant that Mafia could actually get away with a town protective claim. So this got guilted. And the reason it had to get guilted is because you know, it's a 1 for 1. What's interesting here is actually 5 inode this, and 5. What was interesting is 5 inode this, and it was their counterclaim. It was their CC. They should have been guilty in this to prove that they are the Doctor and not 7. If you see what I mean. So 5 should have been guilty in this to say that they believe that they are the Doctor, not 7. This was their counterclaim. But they didn't, the inode, which is interesting. So what I found really interesting with this game is being able to use the sheriff and the investigator to get to these results. So for example, with Lamb, if they had posted a sheriff will at the start of day 1, myself and 13 had found them as 1 innocent for me and Sheriff Exy Werewolf, and they had posted a sheriff will, we might have considered them confirmed. And if they then were confirmed, if they put a push on whoever their target was, it could have led to them being lynched and the executioner getting a win. Now that's actually when it's a situation where it'd probably be good to play the sheriff card as an executioner, but you don't know this until after the game goes on. What I think let Evils down here was, 1, there was a very unfortunate with the investigative roles that were able to find the Evils. 2, they didn't have solid enough claims posted early enough. So for example, the witch hadn't posted and they wanted to go with an investigative role claim. What they needed to do is they needed to post that day 2. Hopefully you found this quite interesting. I thought it was a really fun game, and it shows kind of the power of the investigative roles working together. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more content. I'd really appreciate it. It helps me out quite a lot. I appreciate you guys as always, and thanks very much for your time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.